In the words of Kid Fury, give Beyonce her things! So last night was the 68th Primetime Emmy Awards, and there were a lot of awards given. Duh, it's an award show. But, there are a lot of awards given to a lot of great people. There's not a lot of the categories that I would say that I really disagree with. Um, so congratulations to all of the winners last night. It is a tremendous, accolade to have, especially as an actor in this business. But there was one person who got cheated. She got downright cheated, and it was the biggest upset of the night. And I know that I'm not the only one that is upset by this loss, this downright it's travesty, okay? And that is, I'm sure you already know what I'm talking about or what I'm about to say, Beyonce. Beyonce Knowles Carter was nominated for 4 Primetime Emmy Awards last night for Outstanding Variety, Special and Music Comedy or whatever else. And also for directing in the variety category, and then also in the other categories, which were like editing and outstanding cinematography for a variety special. And she was nominated in all 4 of these categories for her amazing visual album Lemonade, which premiered on HBO, earlier this year. She lost. Okay, she lost in all 4 categories. She did not win, not a one, okay? They did not give Beyonce not one of her things, okay? And it's so weird because you would think that award shows by now would, learn that it's not okay not to give Beyonce her things, because when you don't give Beyonce her things, it causes all kinds of havoc. Like, look at us. We are still talking about Taylor Swift versus Kanye West, which we're gonna get to Taylor Swift here in a second because she's kind of coincides with all of this. But just to give you guys a rundown of Beyonce's resume, if you don't know, she actually, let me check my notes here, she has won 193 awards, okay? And 20 of those awards were Grammys, okay? 20. She's not hurting for a Grammy at all. Now, a lot of us Beehive members, or just, Beyonce fans, or people who just go up for her and are rooting for her in general, even if you don't want to call yourself a Beehive member, we're hoping that last night that she'll be able to get to EGOT status. That is EGOT status. EGOT is when you are, blessed enough to win in all 4 of the most prestigious categories in the entertainment business. That is an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony Award. And there are not a lot of people that have them in all 4 of these categories. 2 of the names that you are probably most familiar with would be Audrey Hepburn and Whoopi Goldberg. Yeah, a lot of us were sitting back and hoping that, this would get her that E so that she can, have her E and her G, and we can, maybe eventually work on that O and that T. So yeah, it was quite upsetting, not only for that, but Lemonade was a fantastic body of work, just overall, like, and it's so frustrating because it seems like award shows outside the realm of music don't really want to, and even in the realm of music, we're gonna get to the Grammys and in a second though, because we gotta have to talk about that. But it seems like they don't want to give Beyonce her full props. She lost in one of the categories for the variety special was just, outstanding variety special for music, comedy, or whatever overall. And she lost to James Corden, who won for his Carpool Karaoke. Which, you know what, a part of me really feels like I shouldn't be mad about that, because Carpool Karaoke is one of the greatest things to hip hop culture, and like, I don't know, in the last decade, to be honest. It is fantastic. It's something that I look forward to seeing um, all the time. I love James Corden. I think that he is extremely talented and he is extremely in touch with pop culture. And I think that he just really has a great sense of it and he gets it. And I love his show. I think that he is one of the best late hosts that I have seen in my lifetime. And Carpool Karaoke is fantastic. It's great. Everybody that he does it with, it's a pleasure to see. But when I think of honoring something and giving something giving something such a prestigious award, I really think of, overall, the big picture here and the overall impact that it made on culture. And I feel that Lemonade had such a huge impact. When it dropped, okay, first of all, when Beyonce told us that she was dropping this project Lemonade on HBO, we did not know exactly what it was. Okay, did we even have Formation when we heard about it? I don't remember. But we knew that Beyonce had been working on something. We didn't know what she had been working on or when we would be getting it. But here she comes out the blue. She says, hey, Lemonade, HBO, be there. Don't know much aside from that, aside from a little couple snippets here and there of the visuals. And we all were there. Okay, Beyonce has that kind of command, that kind of power that makes us decide, you know what, we don't know what she's giving us, but we are going to sit down, we're going to tune in, and we are going to find out and just be amazed at whatever it is that she is giving us. That's the kind of power that Beyonce has. How can that not be respected? And then, as another example of that, go back to, before when we knew that she was working on the album and she was supposed to be on, what was it, Good Morning America or the Today Show, and it was like Beyonce has a special announcement, and then she came out and was like, oh y'all, I just want y'all to eat better. I'm vegan, try to put some more plants in your diet. And people were pissed because they all woke up and they were all there waiting for a huge announcement. But you know what? Even when she gave us this next announcement, we were there. We were ready to tune in for whatever she was going to bless us with. And, so when it came on, after it aired, it had such a huge impact. I mean, you could not have logged onto any social media website and not heard that Beyonce's album had dropped, that Lemonade was fantastic, about Becky with the good hair. You had everybody speculating all these things about, Beyonce's relationship with her husband Jay-Z because all the music was very emotional and cryptic about relationships and whatnot. Um, Mind you, she never said anything, but everybody is sitting here watching this thinking that she's going to announce this divorce, which she never announced or anything like that, or never, did interviews coming out saying what these songs that she was singing were about or, what they really pertain to. And it still had us talking, it still left us talking and wanting to read between the lines and figure out what is Beyonce singing about. And she did that with her music. She did it with music videos. She did it with art. She didn't have to do anything extra but give us art. And it started a conversation and had the whole world talking. That, to me, has a bigger impact than James Corden's Carpool Karaoke. As fantastic as it is and as happy as it makes me, Lemonade really was something special that you don't see from artists these days. Artists these days, and this is why Beyonce is so respected, because she puts in so much into her craft. She thinks about every single angle and how she can give us something great. And not just that, but how can she make us sit down and listen to the whole body of work? And when she started these surprise albums back this is her second one, but she did her first surprise album back in 2012, 2013. Again, it had a huge cultural impact. But then she didn't get her things for that album either, because she was up for album of the year and we were all sitting there thinking, yes, Beyonce. We were like, okay, so clearly Beyonce is a shoe-in for this. She's gonna get album of the year. You know, she's got this in the bag. It was just, it was supposed to happen. It made sense because Beyonce's self-titled album, Beyonce, that year was the most talked about. It was the most debated about. It was just huge. It was huge. It was so much more than an album. The way that she dropped it was in a way that we haven't seen an artist of her caliber do. She didn't have promotion or anything with it. She just dropped it. We just woke up one morning and it was there. Videos and all. And we just had to, and you know, she made it so that you had to listen to every song to find out which song you really love, because there was no single. There was no single to go off of, you know, for us. So we listened to every single song, we watched every single video, and we took it all in as one full body of work. And she did that. But album of the year went to Beck, who is a fantastic artist. He really, truly is a fantastic artist. But when you're talking about album of the year, what are we basing, you know, any of these awards on? Really, like what is the, you know, what is the outline that we're looking at when we're looking at you know, an outstanding variety special, or, you know, who deserves album of the year? Because I mean, okay, I can't say I had never heard of Beck's album, because my best friend Kelsey is a huge Beck fan, and she made sure that I heard the album, but it didn't have an impact. I didn't hear anybody else talking about Beck's album or how great it was. There wasn't conversations about it like there was for Beyonce's album. Beyonce's 2013 self-titled album started a conversation about women empowerment, because this is when she came out and declared herself as a feminist, and she broke down what the definition of what a feminist is, and she really owned her sexuality, and it started a conversation about, okay, is, you know, having overt sexuality like this too much when you are you know, a woman who is a mother and a wife, or when you're just a pop star, you know, is Beyonce doing the most? And it was on all these news sites, this conversation about Beyonce expressing her sexuality. And again, it started a conversation, the way Lemonade started a conversation about, you know, infidelity. And with Formation, it started a conversation about Black Lives Matter and, you know, police brutality. It started a conversation about culture. And I can't understand for the life of me why you would not want to award that. And you know, that year when Beyonce lost to Beck, I was like, you know what? This happens. It's the Grammys. A lot of the time, the award doesn't go to who you think it goes to, especially in that category. It usually goes to, you know, somebody that's like random, at least in recent years. As far as my experience, has gone to just people, and I'm like, who? What? Okay, well now I gotta go listen to their album. But last Grammys, it went to Taylor Swift for album of the year, for her album 1989. And then that made me think like, oh hell no. Okay, so this is clearly not about just artistry, because you're going to tell me that Taylor Swift deserved album of the year over Beyonce's self-titled album? Really? Really? That's what you're gonna tell me? Okay. Okay. No, it didn't. It didn't. And, you know, I'm not a Taylor Swift hater. I think the girl makes great music. I think she's a good songwriter. Her songs are super catchy. But album of the year? No, I'm sorry, girl. No. So yeah, you know, I just say all of this to say, give Beyonce her things. Give them to her. She deserves them. Oh, you know, also, okay, so she lost in the second category to, which was for director, of a outstanding variety music special or comedy special to Grease freaking Live. Grease Live. She lost to Grease Live, and anybody who saw Grease Live will tell you Grease Live, Beyonce. Grease Live, Beyonce. I mean, Grease Live, it wasn't bad. But as a person who is a fan of Grease, like a real fan, that is one of my that is in my top 10 definitely of favorite movies. As a matter of fact, I've got it, okay? I've got Grease. That's how much I love it. Rock and Ride L edition right here. I've got Grease, okay? And not only that, but I've got Grease 2, which is criminally underrated. Stars Michelle Pfeiffer, Maxwell Caulfield, and if you have not seen Grease 2, then you definitely need to, because like I said, it's criminally underrated. But that's how much I love Grease, because not every Grease fan can appreciate the second Grease, but I do, okay? I love Grease. I love the soundtrack. I love every song on it. I think it is a masterpiece. But I thought the live version did not, it didn't do it justice for me. Nearly, it didn't. And I wasn't looking for it to really compare to the original, but I was just looking for it to kind of hold up, you know, give me something spectacular to where I would walk away and be like, wow. You know, and I didn't leave with that feeling. But when I watched Lemonade, I left with a feeling, something powerful. It made me want to go hug on my boyfriend and go, you know, kiss him and then slap the fuck out of him and, you know, kiss him some more. And then it made me want to put my, you know, Black Power fist up and shake my ass a little bit. Like, it made me feel. Lemonade gave me so much. And it gave so many people so much. And I just can't for the life of me understand why it did not get its just due. I can't. And, you know, in the realm of, you know, the universe and, you know, how karma works and for every action there's equal and opposite reaction, this isn't going to be good for us, okay? As we have seen, like I said, we're still talking about Kanye West versus Taylor Swift, all because MTV did not give her her things back in the day. And now the Emmys, and this is her, okay, she's been nominated twice, so this is her third time being nominated at the Emmys. She was nominated twice before, one for her Super Bowl performance in 2013, which again, she got robbed because fan-freaking-tastic and everybody was talking about it the next day. And she reunited Destiny's freaking Child. She reunited Destiny's Child for this one night only gig. How can you not give... That alone deserves all the awards. And then she was nominated again for On the Run tour with Jay-Z, and they didn't get that, which is fantastic, especially it was. The editing and everything, okay, but it's Beyonce and freaking Jay-Z. But yeah, dude, it's just... We have to appreciate Beyonce while she is here, okay? I know that she is always pushed in our faces because so many people love and adore her, but we have to give respect where it is due, okay? Give credit where it is due. Beyonce deserved one of those Emmys last night, okay? She deserved at least one of them because Lemonade was beautiful. The cinematography was beautiful. The message was beautiful. The poetry in it was beautiful. And it had an impact. It had people talking about art. We were talking about music. Do you realize that? That's why Beyonce gets those comparisons to Michael Jackson, because back when, in Michael Jackson's heyday, when he was in his prime, he had that same impact. To where when MJ was releasing something, you were excited. When MJ was going on tour, you were excited for it. You know, you were, you know, anticipating it. And after it dropped, the world was talking about it. And we have that with Beyonce. And we have to appreciate her while she's still here because she's not gonna make music forever, okay? Give Beyonce her things while she is still alive and here to accept them and put on one of those gorgeous gowns and slay the red carpet and go up there and just be radiant and give us a bomb speech or something. Just give them to her, guys. Stop. Okay, I know that she's Beyonce and she doesn't need them, but just give them to her. Okay? The girl works hard. She deserves her things. Give her things. Well, that's all I have to say. Thank you guys so much for tuning in and listening to me rant and rave. I hope that you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, then go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If not, then hit that thumbs down button if you want to be a hating ass biatch. Just kidding. I love you guys for tuning in and watching. Please do me a favor if you did like this video. Hit that subscribe button for me and just come back for some more. I got some more stuff to give to you. Love ya. Bye.